What's going on, good people? It is hump day. It's time for your Cowboys Cutting Up podcast. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. on Big Game Entertainment. That's right. We're here. Jay Stoggs, the Buff Nerd. Let's go. And the voice of the Antlers, Trey Collis. I love saying that, man.
That you do. We've been out for 3 or 4 weeks now, but hey, let's keep it rolling, baby.
Let's keep you got to mention it so we can keep it in our hearts, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we'll be joined tonight by that dude who hates all things Cowboys, Big Game James. So he'll be coming in to talk Cowboys Colts. Let's just start out with this, man. How was your Thanksgiving?
Well, I had a lot of Thanksgivings.
Yeah. Hey, that's a great thing.
All in the same household.
Awesome. Okay.
No, my brother-in-law, and my sister, they came down from Dallas-Fort Worth area. They left Thursday, Thanksgiving morning. But my cousin, who had to go to work at 3, so we ate with her at 12, and then when my family came down, we ate again at 3. So
awesome.
And then we had leftovers that night, and then it was great, man. Especially with the Cowboy win, we cannot say that for the last 3 years. I was like, it was kind of dicey there. It was kind of dicey that time. I was like,
it was.
We did not win on Thanksgiving. Like, stop putting us on Thanksgiving.
7 of the last 10 have resulted in a loss for us, and now it's 8. Now it's
7 of the last 11.
7 of the last 11. So let's start this streak, but we're definitely going to be talking about that. A little housekeeping: make sure that you subscribe, that you like, love, and you smash that bell whenever that way you can know when Big Game Entertainment podcasts are coming on YouTube, Facebook, as well as Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, wherever you like to listen to your favorite podcast. We are there. So make sure that you like it and that you tell someone. And of course, comments. There's going to be a lot coming, I am for sure, tonight. So let's get into this thing. The aforementioned Thanksgiving Thursday afternoon game, right? The first game, no one cared. I don't even remember who played. The second game, this was a very big game for both sides. It was a great win. Can we say it was a great win?
We can, but the media says we suck and we have nothing to prove. But the Eagles do it. And oh my God, it's a great win for them. But whatever, go ahead.
Well, and I mean that's kind of, and I don't want to just jump right into the Dak hate. Let's not. Let's do this as a bathtub. Good things that we saw in the game this past Thanksgiving.
Good things we saw. Ezekiel Elliott looked really good.
Didn't he, though? Man, there's been somebody on this podcast that's been talking about how good Zeke is.
I feel like Ezekiel Elliott, I feel like they put a game plan in just for him and say, Tony, go ahead. You've been carrying us the last couple of weeks. Take a seat back. Let's prove that we need Zeke right here. I still think Tony Pollard is probably the better back for this Cowboys offense. But Zeke, but to get that 1 or 2 yards and pick up the pass rush, Zeke Elliott's the guy you need right there. Because when it's 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, it's kind of dicey, like what we're going to do and stuff like that. So,
yeah, it's an easy choice. I mean, they tried to run Pollard 2 different times on 3rd and
try to get him that touchdown and then a 3rd down. Like, all right, Zeke, let's get it in. And he got hit in the backfield, but he stayed up and he still got in. For Tony
Zeke, go do it, please.
Yeah.
Zeke, go and do this, please. And that's what he does, and I think that's what has been missed in this whole Tony Pollard, home run. And look, Tony Pollard can make very big plays, right? He's a home run hitter.
Yeah.
But just as much as you're a home run hitter, you also have strikeouts, right? I'm thinking of Mr. October, and I know you know who I'm talking about, Reggie Jackson, who holds the MLB record for most strikeouts. But you don't think about that a lot of times. You just think about the home runs that he hits in those moments. But like I said, he struck out a lot. So it's still inopportune times. I think the other thing that kind of stood out to me was Dallas has been getting into these slow starts. And it showed again Thursday. And then they started to rally. And then the fourth quarter, like you said, it got dicey again. And it's like, how much can we take? Like when is it going to be a time when we run into a team? And there are some teams out there that are scary, and people are talking bad about NFC, and I don't know why. Well, I know why.
It's not that good.
I don't see how we can say it's not that good. And when I look
Tampa Bay has a 4 seed at 5 and 6.
Look, man, you're gonna have that. You're gonna have that. I mean, look at the AFC West. If you take out Kansas City, the rest of that is trash.
Are you talking about the NFC or the NFC East?
I'm talking about the whole NFC. People are down on the NFC.
Well, if you look as a whole as the AFC, all their teams are 7-4 or better in the playoffs.
Okay.
Where the NFC, you have the 6 and 7. Yeah, 6 and 7 Buccaneers.
Then 6 and 5. Yeah.
6 and 5, whatever. And then you also have well, now you have the Commanders who are 7 and 5 who are no slouch either. So, but as a whole, I know you're right, but it just seems like the AFC West or the East has 4 teams who can make the playoffs as well. You have 2
AFC East? No.
I said
maybe 2.
Buffalo
and Miami.
New York's in there right now. Right behind them, New England.
But New York, they can't get out of the way is because of Zach Wilson. So there's that part. And then New England, no, it's not their year. They put on, a game here or two, but nah. And again, I'm looking at the NFC. I think it's a better conference this year. I think it's flipped. I think you have obviously Philly, Dallas, New York, Washington, San Francisco, who's scary.
Go ahead.
Scary.
I don't think they're that scary.
They're scary enough. I'll tell you like this: the defense scares me. And if
who have they played on this win streak?
Oh man, look, you play who's in front of you, right?
I know that, but the offenses have not been that good.
Okay, well, if that's the case, what happened to us in Green Bay?
We let the foot off the gas pedal on that one.
Hey, we're professionals. You go up there.
They were celebrating. They're like, we finally beat Aaron Rodgers. They're celebrating. I'm so sorry, audience, for my daughter right now. She's showing Bevo to the world. This is a professional show, Carson, not a college show.
Always professional. Always professional. Hey, look, I wore this for the World Cup. I'm ready for the World Cup. Let's go. Let's go.
That game was tight. But anyway, no, where was I going with this? Oh, the defense. I mean, look at our defense against Minnesota with Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson, yes.
All of them. We stopped them. It's NFL's any given week, man. They go through highs and lows. You're not going to shut out every team.
No, I'm saying shut out, but you go into the fourth quarter, 10 minutes left with a 2-touchdown lead. You should be able to offensively help your defense, which is not what happened. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out because you're inept and you want to pass the ball, which I don't understand why you want to pass the ball. That's
one thing Kellen Moore makes. I don't know if it was Kellen Moore or Dak Prescott because they want to prove so much that Dak's a top-tier quarterback. And they feel like they could have done that with the 2 touchdowns because he threw those 2 interceptions at the beginning. So they wanted to make that back up. Like, all right, we got a 2-touchdown lead. Our defense can hold on, whatever, this and that. And then they're like, all right, let's show the world that Dak's a top 10 quarterback. And they just don't need to do that. They don't need to do that. And I think they saw that on Thursday on Thanksgiving because Dak again threw 2 interceptions.
Yeah, I was about to say he threw them again.
But we ran the ball in the second half. We just kept running it, and they said, all right, enough with this. We're just going to win this game. And I feel like they're just – they go in the game arrogant, I guess you can say. Like, they throttled Minnesota, and they're like, all right, we know New York don't have anything. We can stop Saquon Barkley. We can do anything. I think they came a little arrogant, but
I don't know if, I think that's the other thing is them believing or us believing that we can stop Saquon Barkley whenever we want, but that we've already seen what
Saquon does not, or Barkley does not play good against Dallas.
He doesn't.
And we don't have a good run defense, do we? Like, whatever. Like
we don't, but
I would be sarcastic. I don't think we're the best, but I think that we're all right. It's not a big gaping difference. Like Philadelphia's run defense sucks. Even with
but it's good enough.
No,
but it's
enough.
It's good enough. It's good enough to be number one in all of NFL.
You know what? We're going to find out Sunday with them.
And Jalen Hurts helps that, as I've stated before.
Dude,
when you have
well, go ahead.
When you have a quarterback that can sustain drives, that helps your defense, especially the defensive holes that you may have. Right? It keeps them on the side. It keeps the defense on the sideline, and it keeps their offense on the sideline. So if you can sustain a drive, if your quarterback can go ahead and run for a first down, or run for some yards, run for positive yards, instead of throwing an interception or throwing an incompletion on third down. Hey, guess what? Throwing it, for third and when it's 3rd and 2, and you're throwing the ball. What are we doing here?
You know what? This ain't an Eagles show, but if you're watching that Sunday night game, I don't know what the Packers defense was doing. But they're just letting Jalen Hurts run. Like they're doing the fourth down lineman. And there's going to be holes, and like you could have ran through these holes. Give me a break.
Yeah.
And then they go way past Jalen Hurts. Like, okay, I'll just go and take off.
But I think also when you look at that, you also have to understand that they were doing what most of the league is doing, is saying, "Hey, we're going to put a spy here." But the spy didn't do anything. They didn't do anything.
Was the stupidest spy in the world.
Yeah, the spy didn't do anything. So he wasn't able to come up. He wasn't able to stop him. He wasn't able to contain him. And so when you have that, there you go.
But you saw in the second half where they stayed in the gaps and they didn't overrun Jalen Hurts. He wasn't using his leg as much. And Chris Collinsworth, as much as people want to talk about Chris Collinsworth, he was right. You're going to have to play Philadelphia. Like Jalen Hurts is going to have to beat you throwing the ball, which I don't think he can make a little nice throw here and there, but I don't think he can beat you all game throwing the ball. I don't.
Well, let's come back to this game.
I'm just so ready for that Eagle game on Christmas Eve, man.
I know, but we cannot overlook, what was done in this New York game, right? We can't overlook the good things that we saw and the bad things that we saw, and how at some point they're going to have to understand and realize is that we have to be a run-first team to set up the pass. If we continue to go down this road in this path of we're going to pass to set up the run, we're not built for that. We're just not built for that. Or at least Dak is not built for that. He's not built for that. So, all right, before and look, we got James, we got Big Game. He's chomping at the bit to come in, but there's one last thing. We're gonna bring him in after we ask this question. OBJ is doing his thing, he's taking his Xanax and in and out of conscious, getting kicked off of planes. But do we need OBJ here?
I don't think. If the way Gallup played on Thursday and we got James Washington coming, I don't say we definitely need him, but he would bring in the Super Bowl mentality. Does that make any sense? Like he's Super Bowl experience. He's a leader. He can probably. But if Gallup plays the way he played and you put Noah Brown in there, like Gallup made some hell of catches, man. And then CeeDee Lamb making these one-handed catches. Like he's starting to prove he's the number one. I'm sorry. He's starting to prove. Okay. Everyone talks crap about that drop pass CeeDee Lamb had against
drop passes.
That one wide open one.
There's more than one.
The first time. I do remember watching the game Sunday where our number one, Mari Cooper, Cleveland, he dropped a wide open pass.
Bro, but he was balling. Don't do that. He balled, and
didn't CeeDee Lamb ball right after that drop pass? Didn't CeeDee Lamb have 90 yards with 2 touchdowns? Man. Yes. Okay. So I'm not saying he is yet. I'm just saying that he's starting to become his own man. Like he's starting to be that. He's making one-handed catches. He's doing, and that was a touchdown, by the way. The one that said it wasn't. That was a touchdown. I don't care what the NFL rule book says.
You know how that goes when it comes to catches and all of that. But you know, I'm just saying.
I don't think it's if you would have asked me this earlier, I'm like, yeah, we need CeeDee Lamb or not Odell Beckham Jr. Now I'm like, we get him, we get him. We don't. Like,
man, let's go ahead and let's bring him in. Let's bring him in, folks. We've talked about New York and it's good game. But now we're chomping at the bit to go through the Colts because we're ready to get to the Jacksonville Jaguars so we can finally get to a game that matters. Of course, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. But first, we got to get through the Colts. Please welcome former Colt, former Buck, Big Game James. What up, dude? How you feeling?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Living the dream.
Sounds like it.
I got to listen to y'all talk about the Cowboys, and all I can do is smile and congratulate you right now.
That's it. That's it.
Although,
yes, yes, yes. Look, that's a bad taste. That's a bad taste. But look, okay, so let's talk a little bit about Colts right now. Okay. Mm-hmm. Saturday comes out. Coach Saturday comes out, wins his first game. Because you got to call him Coach.
Jeff.
Some people do. Jeff. He's like, he's Jeff to me.
He's Jeff.
Comes out, loses his second game, but has a good showing. This last game, some clock management issues. And granted, this is his third game as a head coach, but do you foresee this as for the Colts coming into this game? Like, what's a positive? Like, should they come in thinking they're going to win?
You know what, man? Jeff has these guys really believing. So I don't know what was done in the locker room prior to. Frank Wright he lost all control because regardless of mismanagement of clock, they're playing with a different attitude right now. I gave Jim Irsay and the Colts hell for the hire, and it's like let's just run it down for what it is, Jay. It's not that Jeff Saturday isn't capable, but like I said, how many people did you have on that staff that were capable? I have no doubt that Jeff Saturday loves the Indianapolis Colts and wants to do the best for them. He's in the Ring of Honor. He's one of the best offensive linemen they've ever had. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He'll end up with a yellow jacket probably one day. Yeah, but right being right, wrong being wrong. There was a guy who was given a job that was working at ESPN criticizing NFL coaches. The next thing you know, he is one.
Yeah.
Where does this happen at? Other than, you know what I mean? It's just so it makes for a crazy story, and everyone wants to see it. And what bigger stage than line it up against the Dallas Cowboys this week? It makes for more dramatic football that they want to give us.
Because in order for people to tune into a Cowboys game, there has to be a storyline. What's the storyline here? Colts Cowboys, other than Saturday is trying it again.
But it's also going to come down to a former league Russian leader and Taylor, and if the Cowboys can stop this run game, that's what they want to make the narrative every week for your defense, right? It's the only thing we hear, and then when you do shut down the run, it'll be something else of why Saquon was shut down, but you can't stop this running back.
Right, and I agree with that. But speaking of that, and I was going to kind of allude to that, talking OBJ, Basham was released today off the 52, which created a spot.
For Tyron Smith.
Nah. Tyron was there, brother. You good try. Nah. And they said, hey, we have excess, pass rushers, so we just making room. Just making room. Just
Well,
make him room.
well, if you listen to Von Miller, he ain't leaving Buffalo Friday, so it doesn't matter.
Dude, that's like a whole nother thing. The Von Miller talk is a whole nother thing, man. It really is. But I mean, it does make for an interesting conversation, and that's what it is. People love to talk about the Cowboys. I keep alluding to this, and I haven't said it in a while, but I do believe that there are two types of NFL fans.
Oh, damn. Here we go.
Those who root for the Cowboys and those who root against. And if you can prove me wrong, fine, prove me wrong. But I've yet to find anyone say, you know what? That's not untrue. That is not untrue.
I mean,
And
you do have a point because Thanksgiving Day was the highest rating NFL game.
Highest.
44 million people watching.
and you
yeah,
know
but what
the-
other games? I mean, who wanted to watch Detroit? Who wanted to watch the night
really
game?
no one in Detroit did. You know why? They watched the Dallas game, man. So
Everyone watched for the Traducan. It's
yes,
no big
of
deal.
course. They that's what they do. And you know what? The game that was rated that was rated high before that one was also another Dallas Cowboys game.
Green Bay.
I mean, every like the Eagles Cowboys game that was highly rated before it was Green Bay Cowboys, and then it was the Giants Cowboys.
Okay.
So every Cowboys game is the highest rated game of the season.
Okay. So let me ask you Cowboys fans this. If there was no Dallas games televised, is there no one watching NFL football basis? What you're trying to tell
Yes.
me right now?
Yes.
No, they would watch it.
Yeah,
They
my
would
point
have to have
exactly.
something. They would watch it.
They'll
They'd have
watch
to have something to do on Sundays. But if if the Cowboys played only on Saturdays, if they only played Tuesday nights, Tuesday night would be the highest rated NFL games all year. All year. Doesn't matter who they play. All year.
You're right, because I find myself watching the Cowboys just to watch them, just to hope they
Yeah,
lose.
exactly.
You're right.
That's it.
I'll go ahead and bite
Finally.
you. I'll go ahead and accept your philosophy.
It's proven fact.
And I'll continue to spread the hate as much as I can
That's all it is.
about that statement.
That's all it is. The numbers bear it out. The Cowboys jersey sales bear it out. The Cowboys merchandise.
That's Jerry buying
bears
all
it out.
those jerseys and giving them to the
Remember-
homeless people in Dallas so you can see Michael Parsons numbers all on the corner. That's all it is.
Hey, cool.
It worked.
Upset about it, but that's what it is.
Oh man, no, but real talk, man. The Cowboys are doing something. I heard y'all ask a question. If it's me, Odell Beckham would have been very appealing prior to the airplane incident. But now it's just like you're not doing horrible. Is it a distraction? No. And Trey said Super Bowl experience. He's been to one Super Bowl. I mean, maybe one more than everyone else on your roster. Probably, yes. But he doesn't bring that much in when it comes to. But
he's been to a Super Bowl more recent than our coach, who has one Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he's not going to coach a Super Bowl. He's hopefully going to go be able to play in it without tearing ACL on the logo again.
True.
Well, here's the thing about OBJ. Does he even really want to play this year? Like, why has no one signed him yet? Like, he's been cleared for 3 weeks.
I think it's him making the rounds, Trey, really trying to dictate where he goes. He's trying to control the narrative. And I think he's really trying to hold out to see who's going to be the front runner. And if the Cowboys aren't the front runner, then I think it's going to be location for him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's not going to Philly. Philly's not going to sign him. They have a plethora of wide receivers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if he thinks that that's going to be the favorite out of the NFC, he's going to try to find somewhere else to go, maybe AFC. I really think he's trying to pick and choose where he can go to get to the Super Bowl. Next best thing in the NFC to him is probably the Dallas Cowboys. That's why it just keeps coming out over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's not signing back with the Rams. He's not going back with the Giants. Nah, it's So if I'm him and I'm looking at contenders, knowing that I can't sign with Philly, Dallas is that next best option. Really, I think it's the best option. Look, you can come here. You don't have to be the man. All you got to do is be a fraction of what you were.
Maybe he knows that Dak Prescott can't throw him the ball.
He can throw. Dak can throw him the ball as long as it's within the 25 to 27 pass range. Once he starts creeping up there in the 40s, in the high 30s and 40s, nah. But I think it's about, can you be the best teammate possible?
Ooh. Okay.
I think that's what it is for him, because he got drubbed in New York. He was, drubbed in Cleveland. Didn't really hear much about him in LA. Tried to, be low key. So I think here it's like, look, you got a Super Bowl. He's considered one of the best receivers of all time. One of the best, not the best, but one of the best.
I can live with that distinction.
Yeah, one of the best. He will be a Hall of Famer. Maybe not first ballot, but will be a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's a matter of, okay, let me show people that I am a good person. Let me show people that I am a good teammate and that I want to get another one. And Dallas proves to be one of the better chances to do so.
I mean, can y'all just do me a favor? If he does come to Dallas, can y'all make sure he does not go on Jerry's yacht with Michael Parsons, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott with their shirts off and jeans and Timberlands? Can you make sure that doesn't happen?
I think
I
he's
can't-
going that mistake.
I cannot guarantee that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to make sure that doesn't happen, man. Because
I cannot guarantee
that's still
that.
that picture in New York is still disturbing.
I mean, that's a New York thing. Would you be upset if he was on the boat with no shirt, jeans, and cowboy boots on?
Yeah, I just don't want to see a bunch of dudes on a yacht together with their shirts off, bro. I'm just
Hey
saying.
man, is that the defensive lineman and you jealous because you couldn't walk around with your shirt off like
I'll
that?
walk
without-
around with my shirt off. I'll let it all hang out. Don't trip. Don't trip. Big Game didn't always have this big belly to go with his name. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never afraid to just.
It sounds a bit jealous,
Hey,
you know.
We right. Hey, I can do that.
Hey, no.
Okay,
No.
we can do the show right now. You know.
No. Catch
wanna
me
see-
next
hey,
June.
Want to see them numbers go up? What?
Hey, look, they already. Please comment and tell James, Big Game, please leave your shirt on. Nah, it's all good, man. Hey, if you got it, flaunt it, brother. You
No,
know,
man, but no, I mean this Dallas Cowboys team, and as much as it pains me to say it, the way the NFC is right now, the way they play defense at times, they're right there in the mix. Legit, I mean, they have a legit chance. And I know we said that the one episode, and then they came out and laid an egg against was it Green Bay? No.
Green Bay,
yeah. But
yeah.
that was just I mean, I don't want to say fluke, but you know. They weren't.
I don't think it wasn't I don't think it was a fluke. It was just the fact that, and to that point of Kellen Moore wanting to do more, maybe Dak feeling like they got to prove something.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you got 14 points up, 10 minutes left. Run the damn ball. Just run the damn ball.
Yeah, run the ball. And that's
Run the ball.
And right now, to me, the way Dak Prescott has been playing, Jay, he's going to be your Achilles heel if you don't really establish this run game.
Yep.
Your buddy, your man, your number 2 runner, Pollard, has showed that he needs Zeke and Zeke needs Pollard, and they got to figure out how to make them coexist together in that backfield. Utilize the two, and then let Dak do what he can do well, and that's not have to throw the ball 40 times a game.
No,
and work it down the field.
That's it. If he does that, man, hey, look, you have a winning recipe. You know you got a good kicker in Maher.
Which
you got a
He missed, by the way. Is this going to be a trend going downward now?
No, but man, that was
man.
Trey. He tried to kick a bomb, man. I mean, that was
that's like Justin,
you had to.
That's
do
like
it.
people getting on Justin Tuck,
You
man.
had to do it, but yeah, no, I wouldn't get nervous off that one super long. I mean, it was a long field goal that he missed. I wouldn't be too concerned about that,
man. Eric, appreciate you being here, my guy. That's right, Dallas Cowboys for life.
Sorry,
Let's
Eric.
go. See the hate, man. That's the hate. That's the hate. That is the hate. What up, Coach? Man, long I see you, my guy. Look, man, it's one of those things where, again, we talk about it like this. OBJ being added to the squad, whenever it happens, will enhance the team. It will enhance the team. Okay. Now, how do you utilize them?
What's that?
What? Was what?
The little scarf, little flip thing.
Yo, I told you it's World Cup. It's for the World Cup.
Okay, but it was just like the weird random point where you just did it like, oh, look at me, America.
Yeah, World Cup. Ole, 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 ole. Cowboys.
What's wrong with him?
Cowboys. Ole. Caballeros. Let's go.
Y'all are funny, man.
What's up, man? What's up, my guy? Welcome. Look, man.
Looks like my students have found the podcast.
What's up, guys? What's up? This is where it's at, man. Make sure when you see Coach tomorrow, say, Coach, why you hating on them boys?
I mean, I don't hate the Cowboys, and like I said before, I really do think that the Odell Beckham move, like I said, I get weary of it after the incident on the plane. It reminds me of past Cowboys that like to dip their foot in the pond of narcotics. Let me stop that,
please.
But at the same time, real talk, he's beyond talented. Everyone says that CeeDee Lamb is learning to be a number one. So if you really need help from the wide receiver position, you bring him in as a veteran that I don't think he's a distraction once football starts. And he showed he could do that when he was in LA last year. Dallas Cowboys outside of the New York media market is straight up all about it's the Cowboys here. And the Cowboys like you said, it appeals to everybody because either you watch them because you hate them or you watch them because you love them and you talk about the past. Yeah. But that happens all the time. And Odell just adds to that. I mean, it doesn't hurt the Cowboys to add Odell Beckham Jr. at all because I believe he helps Dak become a better quarterback, throw the ball better, but not try to put it too far down the field and run the right routes and everything else.
Because you know what? To that point, man, Dak is the wily veteran for this offense. He's hip. He and Zeke are the wily veterans of the offense.
I mean, but his play the last couple of weeks, if it was against better teams, it hurts you. If you ask me, the ill-advised throws, some of the interceptions that he's had.
Minnesota again is the epitome of the perfect recipe. Was he perfect? No. Was he great? No. But what happened in that game was what needed to be done. No, Trey.
Minnesota was stupid. They got away from Dalvin Cook and never fed him the ball to see if they could run on that defense. They tried to put it in the hands of Kirk Kane.
Well, when you're down 40-3, you need to throw the ball.
Like that first half was bad, bro.
They got away from it even earlier than trying to control the clock. Now, the second half, it was bombs away. They had no choice. You're right. They had to throw the ball. You can't run it and waste the clock when you're down by 30-some points. True indeed.
Right.
But even after like the first couple of drives where it's like they were going to mix it in, they totally got away from it.
Yeah, I understand that. Hey, make sure that you like, subscribe, and smash that bell so you know every time that BG Entertainment has whatever they have, great content that's going on. What we saying here, Eric? All OBJ does is open up to feel a little more, change up game plans for defense. I'm going okay. Yeah, with more game piece that takes us to that next level. I agree. Put him on the field. Look, you can put CD back in that slot position. You can put him, hell, you can put him anywhere at this point because you have to account for OBJ. Whatever you want to say about the two ACLs, you still have to account for them, right? I saw Deshaun Jackson make a spectacular catch and was like, oh, he's still playing. He's still playing.
Yeah, he surprised a lot of people in Baltimore. I was like, when they signed him. Yeah, I did that too. I did do that too. But Jay and Trey made this point, and you always say I'm crazy. I think Gallup is starting to come around because it takes a little bit longer for those knees to heal coming off of ACL injuries
Yes.
and surgeries.
I agree.
And I think Gallup's going to show why he got paid. Yes, the Cowboys do tend to overpay at times.
Yes.
But I think Gallup was – you let Amari go. It is what it is. Now that he is gone, solidified guy that showed that he could come in and be a vital piece if he stays healthy. And I think if Gallup can stay healthy from here on out, you'll have a good wide receiver combination, especially if you can work in a veteran like OBJ for a little bit. Not a one and done. I think you need to – if you lock him in, I think it needs to be for at least 2.
Yeah, get him for 2 years.
I mean,
to me, that's the window because the here's the thing: you pay him $5 million, right? Because that's what you got to do for as a $20 million receiver. He would be prorated at $5 million. 100% agree. Okay, Eric, he's agreeing with you, big game, but you pay him the $5 million. That's cheap. We got 20. We got the spot now. Basham is gone. So there you go. You get him the next year for $20 million, right? Now, here's the issue that you're going to run into. You got to sign Pollard. You got to sign him. You let Zeke go. Now you have to have Davis. Yeah, that part. See, it's that part right there.
You don't have to sign him. You don't have to. See, this is perfect because
franchise tagging.
Franchise, exactly, because you can have Odell Beckham on a 2-year deal, and you can franchise him
tag Pollard, and then get someone else in free agency or something. Yeah. Don't give him the big contract right off the rip. You can't. Not at that position. Tag him.
Now Zeke's going to have to take a pay cut this year.
That'll be released. Yes, he's going to have. They're going to have to restructure. And
Zeke is going to release. Zeke is going to be released because he held out to get the contract.
Yeah, but right now being hurt, missing some games, coming back, he may not budge. No one else out of Dallas is going to pay him. And even if they ask him to take a pay cut, they're going to restructure where it doesn't kill him long term, and they're going to backload the money. I think he would be more willing to take a pay cut here, I think, than test free agency and try to go somewhere else.
Appreciate the like, Eric. Sorry about that. Yeah, look, it's going to come down to Zeke or Pollard at the end of this year.
They need both of them, Jay.
Because I agree. Or you say, you know what, Pollard or Zeke, and probably would be more Pollard will keep Davis because Malik Davis is also a he can run. He can do this.
He had the bright spots in the one game. Yes, I feel you, but is it going to be without Zeke being there? Is Davis and Pollard going to be able to be that tandem to get it done for you over an entire season?
No, Zeke and Davis, yes. To me, Davis is more like a Pollard type.
Yeah.
He's more of a Pollard type. Okay. If I can keep him cheap, which I can, then I'll keep Davis. I'd rather keep Davis and Pollard can go because, hey, that game where it was Davis and Pollard, Davis had a 7.3 yards per average, Pollard had a paltry 5.4. Sounds a lot like Zeke, doesn't it?
I honestly think this Cowboys offense runs a lot better with Tony Pollard. We just see it's kind of stagnant with Zeke Elliott, and Tony Pollard comes in. We just move that ball. I do.
Until you get inside the 10.
But Pollard even came out and said in several games he's not ready to carry that workload like that. He was tired and not ready.
There you go.
But I'm in the mindset. That I think we're going to keep both of them because I don't think, like you said.
Yes, Russ. Immediately subscribe. Immediately.
These are minors watching this show right now.
I'm okay with that. I know what I say. And you're more than welcome to. And you know what, man, Logan, appreciate you, sir.
Oh, wow.
For coming in with the sub. Hey, appreciate you with the donation.
You got to come up with a chat for your super chats there, Jay.
You know what I'm saying? I got to do it, man. I got to do it. Let's see. Eric, 1-2 Zeke with the power runs. West, down the defense. Yeah. Then Pollard with the explosive long. He wears down the defense. Then Pollard. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm in the mindset you're keeping both of them because we look at it, Zeke.
Yeah.
Okay, if you stay in Texas, right, not just Dallas, Texas, we have no state income tax.
All the dubs, I see.
So some of that money, I'm just saying, if you go to New York and get the bigger contract, you're going to take over 51% of your paycheck. For that. So it might look better, but then at the same time, hey, I'm just saying.
Hey man, it's
No, I appreciate it.
it's a tough go at it because you honestly stop and you thinking about it. You need both, and the NFL has showed that no matter what you do, they'll go find another running back somewhere. Every now and then there's going to be a team that overpays. Dallas has to be smart because of the way they're going to need to build. The secondary is gotten better, but still has a few holes. You happen to use Micah Parsons as a pass rusher and not let him be the true linebacker that he can be, but he's just that much of a freak. You can throw him down there and make him DeMarcus Ware where you don't want him to be.
But you know
and
what?
Then you can stand him up when you need him to be also. They need to save some of the money. So go ahead. I want to hear it.
I want to say, well, you mentioned Michael Parsons and you know, the comparisons have been LT, but you know who I actually think he is more close to, and he's in the league right now is one Von Miller. He is a Von Miller type. Von Miller can play anywhere, and that's Michael Parsons. He can play anywhere.
Would you think I'm crazy if I said I think he's going to be better than Von Miller?
No. I think you're on track, and that's saying something.
He's going to be better.
Appreciate you. Hey, make them straight A's, man. Give Coach. All the love, bro. All the love, man. Appreciate you.
Well, let me play devil's advocate for you real quick.
Do it.
You always do, Trey.
Okay.
Do it.
There is a stud running back coming out of Texas next year.
Yeah.
Bijan Roberts.
Is Bijan Roberts coming out, you think?
They
said he could probably make more money in the NIL deal than he can in a rookie contract.
Okay.
How crazy is that?
Right. That is very. The Texas is actually talking about that. Texas Boosters actually coming up with a $7 million NIL deal.
I heard that.
One more year.
Crazy. And he's already driving a Lamborghini to school.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, but if he does come out, would you let Zeke or Pollard walk and trade up to try to get him?
If you knew you could get him because of what you get him for on a rookie contract?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, now I'm shooting Zeke deuces. Zeke's got to go.
That's what I was saying.
I'll franchise tag Pollard, and I'll bring Bijan Robertson in. Yeah, big time. Easy. I think that's easy.
It
depends on what linemen are there.
Dude, I don't. Bijan Robinson's on the board. I'm taking him.
Hey, man, honestly, Jay, look at it. We talked about your line being a problem this year. They haven't been bad, and as much as we wanted,
they haven't been great.
But they've gotten the job done. They really have.
Appreciate you. Let's get for it.
Hey man, big Low gonna sue you.
I don't care. He got to catch me first. Come on, Bo.
Why are you always going there with the big jokes about the big boys, man? There it is. Always, baby.
20 million in the cap space and players wanting that chip. Yep, I can almost guarantee some will be willing to restructure the contract. OBJ wouldn't have to be the only piece. Did they go for it to finish the puzzle and get us to promised land? Yeah, except for Dak and Zeke. And that's the problem, Eric. I just don't see them restructuring.
But that's long term. Right now, I think honestly, the
Why
way you're playing. What's your record? 9-3.
Why would I say that?
9-3.
8-3.
8-3. Sorry. It's for the right now. The all season is going to be the time to address that. That's not a problem. OBJ's the right now. Zeke and Paul, that's going to be figured out in the off season. What's going to get you there in this beat up NFC? Because we talked about it last night on Big Game Sports Buzz. 3 teams that were considered a favorite are all under 500 right now.
Exactly.
So take your pick. And
a favorite? Who's a favorite that's under 500? Please don't say Champ Bay.
No. Did you listen to my statement? I said 3 teams coming into the season that were favorites. Favorites right now.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, we can go ahead and throw this thing in right now and try to get a draft pick, bro. Because I could care less about making the playoffs just to lose in the first round.
True. True.
Yeah.
I don't want to make the playoffs just to lose in the first round, just to say, well, we made the playoffs. That's what Cowboys fans do.
Whoa.
My bad.
Whoa. See the vitriol? I told you it's gonna come out. I told y'all.
Listen,
here it is.
Listen, I would not have a trouble saying bye to Zeke or Tony Pollard next year if we win a Super Bowl.
I'm gonna figure this out.
If we win a Super Bowl this year, I don't care because that makes up 27 years of misery. I'm serious. I don't care about
you knowing for that. What? Look, yeah. NFC Championship.
And if it's
That's-
NFC Championship, then you have a problem because then you definitely need the 3 because you're right there on the cusp. And Jerry Jones like, I can taste it. I need it. No, what are you going to do?
I told you
So
though.
if we win the
Jerry
Super
will-
Bowl, be like, all right, we got our Super Bowl. We're good.
Yeah, and then the devil will come and take his heart and soul, and that is what.
Dude, I did not
That
think of
is
that.
what-
You just said that. Like Dallas is 8-3, and they like look like one of the best top 3 teams in the NFL right now.
This is
top
it.
4. I'm
This
like,
is
oh
it.
crap! Big J over here is gonna be.
I'm
Hey,
telling
Eric,
you,
I-
Can I?
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, I'll be 100% honest with you. After watching that Cleveland Browns debacle,
No,
I'm
wow.
100% agreeing with you. I don't think that our offense
Facts.
is averaging less than 18 points a game right now. You
Facts.
cannot win
good looking
a game like that. So
No,
you can
got
say it. Coach, you don't get paid enough to deal with us.
I love it, man. Hey,
Oh my God!
appreciate
these
y'all
kids
coming through,
are-
man.
these Kids are crazy, man. But I got a bunch of great students, man. I love where I work and I love.
And
what
they
I
getting
do,
much
man.
love, my guy. Yeah,
But,
for real.
But
for real.
that being said, Eric hit on something, man. And like I said, I don't want to come on Cowboys cutting up to talk about my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's what Games Peter Perspective is for. So if you ever get a chance, go to our page, check out all my Peter Perspectives, because sometimes it's like I'm about to have a heart attack.
Bam.
You know what I'm saying when it comes down to it.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Fam right there. Appreciate
all
you
right,
tuning
Ken.
in, man.
Brady's looking old. The team that beat Dallas caught Dallas not thinking they were going to be able to win that game in the first game of the season, and that's how we won that game. I just believe
Yeah.
that, in God honesty. We had to play the Cowboys right now. I don't think I would talk to you till the game was over because I wouldn't be able to talk smack during the game because I would be nervous the whole time, just the way we've been playing. That's just me being
That's
100% transparent and real with you.
That's fact.
But hey, yeah, we need to talk about what
I
these
mean-
Colts gonna do to y'all this weekend, though.
Man, stop it. That's why you froze. And yo, that's a good question though. That can, Dak is not they're trying to make him a pocket passer. He can run well enough.
But that's
in
your
the league.
boy Wonder. That's your boy Wonder offensive coordinator. Kellen
Stop
Moore
it.
is an idiot when it
Stop
comes to
it.
that, man. I'm
Please
lying.
don't. No, you're lying when you say that's your boy.
No,
because
boy
I've been
Wonder.
very-
I'm not saying your boy, but
Oh,
boy
yeah.
Wonder, boy Blunder, whatever you want to call him.
He's
He
a boy
thinks-
blunder.
He thinks that he can reinvent the wheel with Dak Prescott doing something different. It's the same thing when you get all these offensive coordinators that's like, it's got to fit my system. No,
Yeah.
you got to do what makes your quarterback thrive and what he does well. Dak is
Yep.
not that guy in the pocket. You got to
That's
get him
right.
sprinting out. You have to get him moving. You got to get the play action pass. That's why we talked about your two running backs for so long, because they make
Yeah.
him a better passer. But they
Yeah.
will not do it because he wants to.
No.
Well, I think he can throw for 400 yards a game. He can, but he's going to throw 7 picks while he's doing it.
Those are facts, man. Those are facts. Would you say, Eric? I think
That's
they have
the
more
part
problems
right there.
figuring out the identity. Yeah,
That's the part right
Yeah.
there. The identity.
Yeah.
They don't have an
Yeah.
identity.
yeah,
I
they
think-
don't. And
I think they
Go
do
ahead, Trey.
now. I think they do. I think running the ball these last 3 games. I think they've proven that running the football is their identity. I think Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore finally swallowed that pill. Because if you look at the New York Giant game, they wanted to press Dak. They wanted to say, oh, Dak's our guy, Dak. But you know what? They said, screw it. We're running the ball. That's what wins us football games.
you know why? Because they went 3 and out. They
They-
went 3 and out. I was like, oh, we need to take more time off
I
the clock.
think they have more of an identity this year than they did in the past previous 3 years.
Do you think
I do.
someone's forcing their hand from up above to make them run the ball more, or do you think they're really trying to
I think it's
do
very
what's
dumb.
going to work for the team now?
It's Will McClay. That's who it is. It's Will McClay.
Shout out, Big Thrill Will. I need that, man. You gotta hit me up. Last time I hit Will up, he told me he had no tickets, but it was wrong because I hadn't called him in forever. And when I did, I asked him for tickets. I ain't gonna lie to you. My bad, Will. Will McClay.
Yeah,
that's
Will,
a great,
we need
that's
them
a great
tickets.
dude. That's a great dude.
Yeah, we need
I
3
love that guy.
tickets.
We need 3 tickets, my guy Will. And
Hey, let's
hey,
playoffs. Let's see if we can get some pressure passes and get the Cowboys cutting up from the stadium.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
let's
I'll
do
just
it.
film. I'll
Let's do
film it from you guys because you guys in the playoffs and I'm not. I'd be hating the whole show.
We'll be playing your Buccaneers.
You'll
man.
be in it because the NFC South is that trash.
We'll be
But
playing that.
yeah, you'll be playing.
But
Matter
that's
of
the
fact,
case.
yeah.
If we win it and y'all will be coming to Tampa, I think. No, I'm joking.
Yes, we will. Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming to Tampa, which
But how
again is
far
another
away would that
issue.
be?
Hey, if y'all tie, let me ask this because I ain't got all into the records yet to see
Okay.
what it's gonna look like that playoff picture. If y'all beat Philly and tie division, who would end up getting beat? You know, how would they decide division winner? The rest
It
of
would
the
come-
NFC games?
It would cut. Yeah. If so, like Dallas is already 2-1. Philadelphia is 1-1. So if we win out and we're tied, and Philly loses to us and they win out, we get the tiebreaker because we only loss we have was the Eagles, and they would have lost to the Commanders and to us. So that'd be 2.
There you go. That's right. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes.
So that's what the NFC is right there. There's no strength in that schedule.
I wish.
There's a schedule of a schedule, but there's no strength in it. That's
Real
I
quick,
wish.
we're getting into this. I don't want to hear because he played in the league. How come when the Colts should have beat the Eagles, that's a good win for the Eagles? But when the Cowboys barely did, they suck. Like nothing. Like why is
Trey
that?
has been on this for like 4 weeks.
He had
Yes.
Trey. Can I answer that for you?
Yeah.
It's also part of that narrative to where like you get the guys like Stephen A. Smith that automatically smiles and when you lose, right? So when the Cowboys struggle to do something, they don't really want to give them credit for it because it's that hate factor that goes into it. To where Philly's a feel-good story right now, right? Like they weren't supposed to be great. They had Carson Wentz. They lose their quarterback. They put the 3rd-round pick in. They make him the starter. We don't know what's going to happen. All of a sudden, oh my God, they're good. They're top of the division. They're awesome. They're going to be hard to beat. Everyone clowned and joked about the coach's interview that he wasn't ready. He didn't have a suit. He came off a vacation, and everyone just bashed and beat this man down. Right now, this same guy who got beat down and belittled a year ago is getting praised and put up on a pedestal, right? Because they want to make Philly the feel-good story, and they make Dallas just the a-holes of the league.
And going back to Sirianni, I cannot stand that guy. I don't care if he's a good coach. When he got up and barely
appreciate you, man.
Whenever he barely beat the Colts,
thanks coming through.
The high fives at the sideline, you drove me crazy, didn't it?
I'm like, dude, seriously? Like, oh my, whatever.
Hey man, I just know Jelani Woods on Monday Night Football. He might give y'all secondary fits, man. That big boy had a career high, man, catching the ball, 8 catches, 20 yards. It just Matt Ryan is still looking like Matty Ice Tray.
Matty lukewarm.
Matty lukewarm, as Low and Smitty like to say. He is looking bad, man.
Dude, he is. I told you, when you lose a Super Bowl like that, it just does something to your soul. And everybody in that organization that has been associated with it, inclusive of Dan Quinn. And I think if he wins it, it washes it all the way. But
if he wins with the defense winning the game, does that make sense?
Yeah. They will.
Like if we're up 28-10 in the Super Bowl, I'm not saying we're getting there. But I'm saying
the best
and
player,
we hold it, that's Dan Quinn.
The best player on Dallas Cowboys team is Micah Parsons. The best unit on Dallas Cowboys team is the defense. That's all due in part to Dan Quinn. Point blank, period.
That's all Dan Quinn. Yes,
that's correct. Him. You know, it's one of, like, I'm thinking back to when the Giants won their Super Bowl. Bill Parcells and Buddy Ryan were carried off the field together, right? Because you have to understand what it was. You got to understand what it was.
So you saying Mike McCarthy not going to get carried off? They're going to have Dan Quinn up on the shoulders?
First of all, Mike McCarthy is fat as hell. So I'm sorry, kids. He's fat. They'll grab his arm and say, "All right, coach," but they'll pick up Dan. Well, they can't pick up Dan because he'll be up in the booth, which is kind of weird. But I get it, bird's eye view. But look, man, the Colts game. It's not a trap game, but it's one of those games where it can easily be overlooked, and you can easily have Jonathan Taylor running up and down the field on you.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. Matt Ryan's going to have to beat you, and that's not going to happen.
But if not necessarily, Trey, if Jonathan Taylor can get to running, Matty Ryan can do just enough to probably try to skate by and help them hang on.
Now,
I don't believe Matt Ryan can beat you guys either. I don't.
No,
I don't.
Here's what I love about Matt Ryan.
I would never say that. I would lose all football credibility if I said, Matt Ryan's the guy to pick apart the Cowboys.
No, Matt
No, but-
Ryan is a pocket passer, which bodes well for this squad, and it bodes well for the Greg, not Gregory, but the Armstrong, and it bodes well for the Michael Parsons that can come in, and he's not gonna run. All I got to do is pin my ears back and hit you in the mouth. That's all I got to do. Michael Parsons is getting 2 sacks this game. 2.
Well,
2 sacks.
Well, if he gets 1 sack, he's going to get 2 because he hasn't had a game this year where he doesn't have 1
That's
sack.
what I'm saying. It's either it's either 2 or more or none. He's going to get 2 sacks this game. He's going to get 2 sacks this game. You're going to see Diggs. He will come up with an interception this game. Diggs will get an interception this game.
If they throw it his way.
They're going to try him. They're going to have to try him.
You're going to have to. Pittman.
Pittman. I like Pittman. Pittman's
I do
one of my favorite wide receivers in the
Me
league
too.
because of how he plays. He has a tremendous work ethic. He was that guy when he was at USC. Also, he showed that he had that dog in that fight in him.
Yeah.
Like I said, this young tight end who had a career game against the Steelers. I know it's the Steelers. I know they aren't great, but to step at the time he needed to help that team do something. They have an all-pro guard, and what's his name? Taylor. Not Taylor.
No.
They got an all-pro guard. They have some pieces that you go, ooh, the Colts can do something. Then you watch them play and see something happen. You're like, what the hell? Let's just go ahead and tell the truth.
Yeah.
Once your boy Andrew Luck retired, they went through a plethora of quarterbacks that they missed on. They missed on that. Phillip Rivers came in, Carson Wentz came in, right? And then all of a sudden you bring in Matt Ryan. It's like, what are you gonna do to get better? And they've been missing since then.
3.5. Woo. 3.5. 3.5 for Micah the Lion. Okay.
Oh man,
I'm down for that. I'm down for it.
But I will say this. I don't
see why not.
I don't see why.
Ever since Green Bay,
No, he can get it against that team. You're right. Go ahead, Trey. Ever since Green Bay, what?
Ever since Green Bay ran rebs all over the Dallas Cowboys, they've held their own against that running team.
And now let's not get anything twisted. We know that Green Bay has 2 very capable running backs, so it's not like they didn't just get they didn't get run over by like Thelma and Louise or Betty and Barbara. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Dylan is that dude's a monster.
Dylan and Jones, nice Jones coming.
And my thing is, Green Bay just stupid sometimes because they don't run the ball enough because they want Aaron Rodgers to throw it like crazy as well too.
Well, they ain't got to worry about that too much.
That's LaFleur not doing. Yeah, whatever. Well, it's another story, man.
That's another story, another podcast. Which you'll check us out, Big Game Sports Buzz, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. right here on Big Game Entertainment. Look.
Good promo.
Hey, thank you, sir. I do that sometimes. Big Game makes me.
You have a voice for radio.
You know, thank you. Hey,
he has a face for radio too.
Dude, you know what?
Sorry. He's so sorry.
Hate you so much. Maybe it's stretch if they do. I'm buying a lot of ticket, but 9 overall for the big. Hey, look, the defense, like I said, is the best one in the league. So, having said all that, look, we're running out of time on this podcast. We try to make it an hour. 2 things we got to do.
I got to wake up at 5:45. Go to basketball practice too. My bad. That's why I'm yawning. Sorry.
All right. So predictions.
Just like a Dallas fan.
Yeah, pretty much. Predictions. What you got?
Am I going first since I'm the guest?
We'll let you go first. You're the guest. Yes.
Dallas Cowboys win 27-10.
Okay. All right. Okay. I get 10 points. And okay. Trey.
My prediction is by the time we come back on Wednesday, OBJ is going to be a Dallas Cowboy. Is that what we're talking about? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, he didn't say what kind of prediction, Trey. You're right. He didn't say what type of prediction.
And Cowboys game on Sunday night with the 7:20 kick.
I think Jonathan Taylor has a good first quarter. I think they keep it close within a half, but then Dallas comes in, makes adjustments. I think it's 31-17.
Wow.
I just don't think the Colts can score over 20 points.
I don't see it either. They got that Tampa Bay Buccaneer disease right now. They're allergic to the end zone.
You know what, man? I tell you what, Eric, I think I'm kind of with you, brother. Thanks, guys, for the first time here. Enjoyed it immensely. Absolutely. Make sure that you come back. We'd love for you to chat with us, man. Such a pleasure. I'm with you, 38-10. That's where I am. I don't think.
How you gonna take the easy way out and just copy his score?
No. I don't even think the Colts can get 10.
They can get.
That's
10.
me being.
Their running back is gonna get. They can accidentally get in the end zone.
I mean, they got 16 against the best defense in the league in Philadelphia, who just allowed 33 points to Aaron Rodgers in a broken hand. But go ahead.
To me, that's saying that that the Colts are better than Minnesota against this team, and I just don't see that.
I think that
Minnesota got 3.
You can't do that in the league, man. That's not how that works, dog. That's not saying that. And every week is different.
Yeah, it's different. And plus, I think that was just a perfect wrecking because Minnesota's running a high off winning 7 in a row in these close games and everything.
Dallas they beat the Bills. I got you.
It was just the right time at the right moment. And if they play again, I'm pretty sure it'll be a lot closer. But
I don't think so. But I think also I don't think it'll be as close as maybe they get 10, maybe. But I think that again. Perfect recipe, perfect formula. That was the perfect game for Dallas.
All I got to say is that I think someone on this actually picked Minnesota to win that game.
I did.
And who did?
And I had to come back and apologize.
Now you're saying that
the man who loves to say "I told you so" had to apologize.
I had to apologize. If you tuned in, big game, you would have saw it. I had to apologize, man.
Hey, man, I have things to do. I tune in as soon as I get settled in on Wednesdays, man.
Hey, let's do this. Usually we do Legend of the Star.
Don't Charlie Brown me like that again either, dog. Don't do blah blah. Don't do that, man. It's all good.
Blah blah blah. Watch your kids going like, "Hey, coach." Blah blah blah.
I don't see most of them tomorrow since it's block day.
Just being here, guy. Just being here. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you hit that bell. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying?
He said I would do
it, broke, man. But appreciate you being here. Look, we do Legend of the Star. We'll also do Legend of the Colt. Hey, is there someone that maybe you played with or someone in the Colts organization that you're like, hey, you know what?
Man,
that's a dude I really liked.
Man, there's a lot. I mean, honestly, when I came to Tampa, when I left Tampa, went to Indianapolis, Tony said he brought me in there to try to be a leader and try to teach them how things were done. And I believe Marcus Washington, man, was one of those guys that absorbed it. He had a good career in Indianapolis, finished it with the Washington Redskins, Commanders, whatever they are now. But Watt was just that guy that he made flashcards with football plays on it, man. And I think it's easy to pick the big name guys. Like, we had Tarek Glenn on the show before, man, and Big T is an awesome dude and in the ring of honor and everything. Dwight Freeney is another one that's easy to say, Mathis. But Marcus Washington, I think, is a guy that gets forgotten for doing a lot of great things to help Indianapolis get ready to go on that championship run on their defensive side of the ball, man.
Awesome. Appreciate that. That's a great one. That just goes right to how we do this. Trey, do you have one this year?
This year? Or this week?
Do you have one this week?
Dang, Trey, he said you ain't had one the whole season, man. That's what it sounds like.
Good ones, my friend.
Oh, okay. So go ahead.
Okay. I'm kind of getting funny with these now, but you know what? I'm going with Leroy Glover, baby.
Hey, Glover was a hell of a D line.
He was.
He was more known in New Orleans right before he came here.
New Orleans, and was he in Dallas after the Rams or before the Rams?
After.
After.
He was in Dallas and the Rams.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Saints, Cowboys, Rams.
Yeah. But I'm down for it, man.
And he also played in NFL Europe, and he led Barcelona Dragons to the World Bowl title.
Oh, you did some homework today.
I did
some homework today.
I like it. I like it.
I love it. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and round this out with a fullback. Back in the day, before Daryl Moose Johnson, there was actually a guy by the name of Walt Garrison.
I was fixing to say it too.
Yeah. There you go. Sure you were.
Look, Here's what I saw that really turned me on to this guy. 1970 NFC Championship. The guy plays with a broken collarbone
Wow.
and had 122 total yards and a touchdown
With
as a
broken
fullback
collarbone.
with a broken collarbone.
Hey, that's gangster right there.
They don't
That's
make them like they
it.
used to, man.
No, they don't. Kids, now look, I'm not telling you to go out there and coach be like, hey, I don't care if you got a broken collarbone. You go out there, you think of Walt Garrison. Don't do that. But just think that's what they were playing. That's how they played back in the day. So there's that. For Trey Collis, Big Game, thank you so much for coming in, man.
Hey, man,
so
guys,
much
thanks for
appreciated.
having me on, man. And y'all
Yeah,
please
yeah.
make sure, if you haven't done so, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Check out my man Jay Stoggs and Trey every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. And then if you want to catch yours truly, Big Game James and the Buff Nerd, y'all can check us out Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Central Time.
That's right. That's right. And Blurtitude is coming because Anime Frontier is coming.
Man,
so we're
don't
gonna have it all. We
don't.
are.
Hey, hey
All
guys,
right.
everybody that tuned in, all my Scoggin Seahawks, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and catching old Coach
Look
and the
at that.
gang on tonight.
I love it, man. Later, cause see tomorrow, yo, make sure you tell blah 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 blah.
Oh,
I love it.
God.